Hello, welcome, fellow adventurers, to the MGM Adventures podcast hosted by Matt.
And Gina.
Today we are going to attempt to answer the question, they're doing what to Verbolten?
Huh?
I know. Doesn't that sound interesting? Please make sure to like, follow, and share, and send any questions or feedback to mgmadventures@yahoo.com or leave as a comment on one of our social channels. Our headliner today is going to happen at Busch Gardens Williamsburg. They announced Verbolten was changing to Verbolten Forbidden Turn. What does that even mean? This is a big spoiler warning. If you
Spoiler
don't
alert.
want to know,
Change the channel.
don't listen to this
No.
episode.
No, turn the volume down, but let it run so we still get the view.
Oh, yes, do that. And then skip ahead to the Ohio Midway report section coming up. I like the plan. That's a good thing. Or let your
Okay.
cat listen to this section. And then that would,
Oh, they might tell you in your sleep, though.
they might.
Yeah.
Yeah. So if you do
Don't
not,
let your cat.
if you do not want a spoiler, skip ahead to the Ohio Midway report and then maybe skip around the parks too if you don't want another spoiler. We'll get there. Okay. So I'm going to credit BGWFans.com. It's a website. They are very good with Busch Gardens projects. They know permits. They know how to get blueprints. They know people seem to work there. So they're pretty good with a lot of the stuff that they come out with. If you're very intrigued, a lot of what I'm going to share is in this article that they produced. So I'm going to keep it high-ish level. So again, this is a spoiler warning. They have an article out, so I'm going to give them the full credit for this. I'm kind of just repeating what they're saying, but they seem very detailed, very involved with this project, and they've been right with a lot of other projects, so I trust them with this. They also do get plans that don't come to fruition, but this is well underway. So I'll talk about one of them in the around the parks, which you might also want to skip because it's related. Anyway, so in short, there was a story on Verbolten. Did you know this?
Absolutely not.
Yeah. So it's been kind of hard to tell the story, but basically there was two siblings that
What siblings? Were they brother, sister, 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 brother, brother?
brother, sister.
Or sister, brother?
They were a brother and a sister that
Why aren't they a sister and a brother?
I didn't make the story. Anyway, there was a brother and sister that did the Black Forest tours. There's a lot more to that story. I'm not going to even get into it. But basically, they got them.
Well, I never
Out.
knew them anyway. So
They're the ones that say Avidasway. I know.
Avidasway.
So that's the.
Oh, that's how we should end this show.
So I don't know what's going to happen there. I can't tell you if I hope that stays. That's kind of iconic, but we'll see. In short, the queue is going to mostly remain the same, except the whole queue, which does have some really nice theming in it, I thought, but it had become worn down, I would say, over the years in some of the queue. It does sound like all of that's going to get upgraded with the newer storyline about this forbidden turn thing. I would expect similar to what we saw at Loch Ness Monster. Makes sense to me, where they got the new queue updates, the new scenery in the queue.
I've never been in the queue since they updated Loch Ness Monster.
We walked through it once.
No.
Oh, we did once. Well, you can see it from the outside is way different too. There's new stuff. Anyway, so expect that. And this is where I also want to say, I hope you skip this part if you do not want spoilers. There's going to be an animatronic in the queue.
What kind?
I don't know.
Is it a tree?
It's not a tree. It's probably a person.
A wolf?
I would guess. That would be appropriate too if it was a wolf. So there's
wind?
In the queue.
Could you imagine a wind animatronic?
It'd be like a tornado. They have that in Mickey's Runaway Railroad.
With a face on it?
It's a tornado.
Tornado.
I was waiting for. You didn't do that there. You got to do that, kid.
Tornado.
Adventureland in Iowa. Just go. Make sure you're there on a good day. And ride Tornado multiple times that day. They have an interesting people that work there. I hope
they were fun.
They were, and the other guy that sounded like Tomater on the swing ride over by Outlaw. Anyway, we'll see what that is. Also, they're just getting new lights and all kinds of other stuff. So, You could read more about it. It's very
Will they be
complicated.
darker or lighter than the current light?
Newer.
Subject to change.
I don't know. There's a lot in this report, and there's a lot in the diagrams.
That is why I don't read it.
I You can do that if you want. I'm just giving you the
No,
highlights.
thank you.
Exactly. Ride changes.
Oh,
There's ride changes.
yeah.
What are
First, the path outside the station to the show building will include a new scenery item.
so
Looks
that's
like a billboard or a rotating set piece of some sort.
yeah, it's kind of unclear. It sort of suggests it rotates
Up or down or left or right?
in a circle
It could go in a circle this way or this way.
this way, like a carousel.
There you go. There you go. A mister.
Yeah, so there's gonna
Like a
be
Mr. James or a Mr.
like a mist effect.
like a water effect.
Yeah, mister.
A mister.
Yeah, it missed you.
It's being added
Yeah,
in some sort of animatronic
yeah,
that appears to be near to where you speed up in the show building.
yeah. So if you know what I'm talking about, you go out.
Am
There's
I gonna get wet on this right now?
I don't know. Probably not. It's just gonna be a quick burst. It's probably gonna be cooling and refreshing, if anything. Everything has been described in this amount of space. I don't know how it's all gonna fit, to be honest. Because
Very easily.
you're in the station, right? And then you go out, and if you're the second train, you're on that block break right by the Volkswagen, right? And then you go out under, you do the left turn, and then you do like a right turn and a left turn and a right turn, and then you up into the launch.
Correct.
It's so I don't know how all this is gonna fit here, to be honest. I'm just gonna be honest. It's not that big.
So
So
this is before the show building?
this is before the show building. So all this is before the show building.
So the billboard and the Mr. James.
The Mister. It might just blow air in your face. I don't know. It
If
says
it's
it's
a
a mist.
mister, it won't blow air.
I don't know. There's some mist effect that happens. I didn't understand it. I'm just like, what? It's like you're driving through a forest and it's foggy. It's gonna be like that,
Okay.
I guess. I don't know. I
So a
just I don't
fog machine.
like a fog machine. It's called a mister in the diagrams,
Oh.
but it's a fog machine, is what it is. But
So it's raining.
how's that
Later.
gonna look in the day? It's probably gonna look better at night. I'm just gonna throw it out that I feel like that may only work at night.
No, it'll work during the day. You just won't see it.
That's why I think it's gonna be only at night.
So now we get more exciting
Yeah,
in the show building.
yeah.
It appears a giant tree is being built in the show building that you'll have to weave in and around.
Yeah, so
And that's not gonna be able to ride. It's gonna be too tall.
I don't wanna be this problem.
Wait
Busch
a
Gardens.
This is a Busch Gardens thing?
This is a Busch Gardens Williamsburg problem. Will you stop making rides with a low max height? Please? And if you mess with Verbolten, I'm not gonna be happy.
We're never gonna go to Busch
I
Gardens.
love Verbolten. Like, I do. I also like Apollo and the other rides there, but you keep building rides with a max height limit where I'm, like, right at it or right above it, and it's really hard to
Totally.
ride some rides there. You're becoming almost as bad as Six Flags Great Adventure. I like your food a lot better, so
He'll still go for it.
I wasn't gonna make an episode on how I fit on rides. I've thought about it. It's on the upcoming to be scheduled schedule. Um, anyway,
And it will not work for everybody.
it will not. I'm just gonna tell you how because I'll admit I'm one of the taller regular coaster enthusiasts out there.
Taller and bigger.
I have anyway, more to come on that episode.
We're both bigger.
I really hope that I can ride this now because weaving around a tree might be okay. Weaving through a tree, that concerns me. Please don't ruin Verbolten Busch Gardens. Please don't do it. Make it inclusive for everyone, please. Anyway,
New elements will occur on the drop. What do you mean new elements?
I don't want to spoil everything.
Well, just tell me. It's just you and I. I didn't hear a word you said because you didn't say anything.
You can read the article for that
No,
information.
thank you.
I don't want to spoil this.
Is it wind?
You'll have to wait and see. It's not fully known, also, to be clear. There will be a change on We didn't even spoil that there was a drop. We just ruined that for everybody.
You're the one that wrote it in the notes. Edit out.
Hey, if you've made it this far after the spoiler warning and didn't know there's a drop, that's on you.
Not confirmed, but the outside after the building appears to be the same. Hopefully they do fix that bridge. It
Poor,
looks so bad.
poor, poor bridge. Please fix the bridge too. It's better than it was. If you didn't know, the bridge had a roof. It had some sound that happened on the roof. It was up there for a long time, and the weather just came in and took the roof
Took it
off,
away.
basically.
Let's go.
And so now it's like a half open roof, and it still makes the creaking sound, but
But in
you can't hardly hear it
mm,
because there's no roof to keep the sound in.
yeah, it's not.
So anyway,
Anywho,
that's what we know about Verbolten Forbidden Turn.
we didn't share it all.
I didn't want to spoil it all.
Didn't know you had a spoil disclaimer.
I know, but I still don't want to spoil it all. If you want to read, there's an
I don't
article,
like to
BW
read.
fans,
Just
or
kidding.
just wait till it opens.
I still won't understand it.
You'll write it and be amazed.
And I'll be like, well, what's the other elements? Because there'll probably be more than one.
I feel like I got violent in this towards Busch Gardens. I hope no one from Busch Gardens is gonna listen to this.
Ohio Midway Report, Kings Island, Cedar Point, and the zoos.
Yes, so the announcement, it came out, very recently. By the time you can see this recording, it's been several weeks, but, that's fine. Um, the Kings Island Essentials store called KI Essentials, right when you enter the park on the right side, right after guest services, um,
Where most
is
of the Snoopy product was.
yeah, that's where all the Snoopy stuff was, and kind of some of the geared merchandise was there too.
Yeah,
I'll
a
say
lot
that.
of the
So it's the one with the glass on the
it has the freaky
and has the other
mannequins
glass. It
sometimes.
kinda does.
Yeah.
So it's getting a
Didn't it
refresh.
have the Snoopy Lego at one point?
It did, yeah. So it's getting a refresh. It's actually it looks really nice, I'll say that. They're definitely taking some styles architecturally from the Eiffel Tower. Sounds like there's gonna be at least a mural there. They're adding some wood to it on the outside of the glass, which looks kinda nice. So I think it's a nice improvement. So let's see. KI Collections got redone a couple years ago. That's the one on the left side if you're going towards the lockers on the front gate. And then the Trading Post, which is the one on the right side when you're going up International Street past the bathroom, got it last year. And I think they're both nice in their new style. So this one probably needed it. I think they do other things during these upgrades, HVAC and that kind of stuff, I'm sure, because some of those buildings have been there since the park opened. So anyway, anything else you want to add there?
Didn't they upgrade the Emporium?
They kind of did. Yeah. I feel like that was a couple years ago.
Well, yes, the one in the front was 3 years ago. I think it was that one, the Emporium, that one, and now this one.
Yeah, the Emporium is a bit updated. I don't
It
know.
needs more updated.
The Emporium does have the best stuff during the season, I think, and then the Trading Post would be right behind it, in my opinion. Collections has been pretty good though.
I'm excited to see what this one's gonna have.
Yeah, I hope it doesn't have the same stuff, to be honest.
But
I'm afraid it's going to. Or they're gonna move it to collections.
hey, it will be what it is.
If they up I just hope they get better merch in there. I get that you got okay, to be honest, I'm okay with the essential store being less stuff because it is stuff that you may actually need in the park. Like, it has towels and some toiletries and, stuff like that. That makes sense to me, to be honest. It just had some other generic stuff in there that I don't know if it really made sense. Anyway,
Let's go around the parks.
another spoiler warning. Back to Busch Gardens. Williamsburg. So there's kind of a two the first part's not gonna make sense, but there's a couple rumors going around. Spoiler warning again. Skip ahead to travel tips if you don't want another spoiler for Busch Gardens. This is just the spoiler episode. Also from BGW fans. So this is interesting. Some people know this, some people don't. I didn't know this until this first rumor came around, so I'm gonna talk about it. For those that don't know, that don't go to Busch Gardens Williamsburg a lot, There is a pipeline, an oil pipeline that runs straight down the middle of the park.
I almost got hit in the face.
Did you know that there was a giant a
Absolutely not.
major pipeline that goes right through the park?
I'm good to remember what rides the park
Okay.
has, let alone a what
They do a good job of covering it up, to be honest.
can
Ours
see it.
it's mostly under grass, but it's marked.
I figured since you said, "Have you ever seen it?" that I could
Yeah.
see it.
You can see its markings. There's a couple spots in the park, if you know where to look, that you can see where there's a bunch of trees cut out. 'Cause
Okay.
they wiped out, like, a section of trees through the middle of the park. They do a really good job of Busch Gardens of covering this up. But anyway, one of the ones and this also explains why Pantheon is built kinda awkwardly, because you couldn't build it over a major oil pipeline. So, if you know Pantheon, you have to go walk over the railroad tracks, and it's a little far back.
Over the river and through the
Yeah,
woods.
it's kind of far back from the path
That's
because
more like Big Bad Wolf.
it's
Goes with the theme.
this is Pantheon. So Pantheon is placed specifically to not be over this. So that's why you have to walk a little farther. And if you're on Google Earth, you can actually see where this is because its trees are cut out. And where Pantheon is, like it goes like right in front of it. So you walk over the oil pipeline multiple times you're at the park. So anyway, why this is important. You can build stuff like footpath and stuff over it, obviously, because people can walk over it. You can't really
Well, I
build
hope.
rides over it.
They're a little bit heavier than people.
They are, especially roller coasters where you gotta put footers in the ground, probably not good to break a major oil pipeline. So one of the discussions, and this I don't know if this is gonna happen, I'm just throwing it out there because they kind of found some blueprints for this, is to have a footpath connect San Marco, which is where Marco Polo the Battergram is, connect that to over near Loch Ness Monster. So that would be another path there. With that, they are looking at getting some sort of car ride they used to have a car ride before Griffin took it out with antique type cars. They might be looking at something like that. So
I don't
that's
remember this.
this we've never been there. We were not there, but they one of the cars sits outside the Fry building.
Well, I knew that.
So that's where Griffin replaced that. So that's a rumor. I don't know if that's going to happen. There's still some talks on that. I think there's another rumor that's kinda going around, that they've kinda dug up, and I think this one makes more sense. Um,
What if they get both?
I mean, they could eventually get both.
Mm.
I I don't know if these are gonna be, you know, 27, 28, 29. Who knows? This second one does not include the pipeline. I just wanted to mention the pipeline. If you didn't know there's a pipeline, look at Google Earth, it's interesting. The second one is related.
Killarney will get a flying theater
Yeah.
similar to the one at SeaWorld Orlando that
Yes.
recently just opened. We wrote that.
We did. Yeah. So Killarney, you might know it as the Diner. Halloween Maze is where it's at. There's a theater there. We also did Battle of Air, I think is what it was called in there.
Killarney needs to go. It's been there for years.
Not Killarney's good. Killarney's the Irish section, but that ride, just that location for a ride has failed multiple times because there was a couple rides before that.
What was there?
Battle of Air was there before, where we had the 3D.
We rode that once.
We did, and it was there like a year. It wasn't there very long.
I know.
So
We got a
I
picture with our goggles on.
we did, yes. So one time we wrote it. It was okay. I get why it didn't last very long, to be honest. I am wondering if they're not getting a flying theater here. I think that would fit there. I think it would be a good even if you're just flying over Ireland, to be honest. Like, that could
That'd
be
be
something
cool.
super simple, I think, to get well, as long as the Irish government allows it. But I think you could do that there. I think that would be a good fit, to be honest. The one it's not like Soarin', to be clear.
Soarin'.
It's not like that where all of the seats go up. It's a little bit of a different style where there's 2 sides of seats and they spin,
Mhm.
if I recall, and so you can load one side while the other side is experiencing the ride, if I'm not mistaken. That's how the one that, SeaWorld Orlando works. I think that could do well there, to be honest. Another indoor ride there is probably good, I would
Agree.
think. They don't have very many indoor. They have shows, which are good. So anyway,
What travel tips do you have for us today?
this one took a little while, but it makes sense. Okay, we've all traveled.
No, not
Shuck.
everybody has traveled.
A lot of people have traveled to a location and they get there, and for one reason or not, their cell phone doesn't work. There's a lot of people at these places sometimes. If you're at an airport, you might have a lot of people at the airport.
So, not technically your cell phone not working, but the Wi-Fi or your 5G
Yes.
network
Yeah.
is not
Or
working.
for some reason, your account, you can't sign into an app. So, what I recommend is, and this will work for most things, it won't work for everything, is to download or take screenshots of your tickets, your hotel address, anything like that that you can. I do know this will not work for Ticketmaster things. So, if you have a Ticketmaster, you're kind of a little bit in
They
trouble.
better have Wi-Fi there.
There is a slight fix with Ticketmaster. You can add them to your Google or Apple Wallet, and then that way you don't have to bring up that app. That's what we do when we go to the basketball game. That's in my Google Wallet, just so I don't have to worry about that, and it's saved in there. So I do recommend that, but just take something just in case your phone, for whatever reason, cannot connect to the internet. Just have that. Obviously, if that's going to happen, some of that is there's a lot of people, so the signal just doesn't work well. So that's could be a problem. So just do that. Like I said, if you do a Ticketmaster or something, look at using a wallet, like a Google Wallet or an Apple Wallet for that. Seems to be the best. Make sense?
My favorite subject. Food. Quick bites.
I don't know if this is going to be everyone's favorite subject.
No, this one's probably gonna make people mad.
Yeah. So I would imagine everyone knows about this already.
Probably not.
This only
I wouldn't know.
it impacts a certain amount of Six Flags members only.
Member.
Members is the important part. If you're a season pass holder to a Six Flags park, no
You're
impact at
fine.
all. Or another park that does not impact this. So
The
basically,
food plan has
yeah.
changed.
So if you had a Six Flags membership, and this is important, they don't sell them anymore. Before they merged, they had 18 different types of passes or memberships. We had a Six Flags membership, and with that membership, you had the option to get a food plan and pay for that food plan. And that food plan at that time got you 2 meals, a snack, and drink
Ooh, a
on most
snacky
plans.
snack.
Um, the food plan has changed
Dun,
for
dun,
those
dun.
folks. That
You
is
only get 2 meals.
Yeah, so I will say historically the membership prices have been less than the passes. The food plan has been less of a price sometimes, uh,
I feel like it's was.
but I feel like it's been a little bit merged more recently. If you do have the food membership food plan, you're probably already aware of this, but yeah. So right now, the only way to get a snack is what we talked about in a recent episode where you get an all day dining plan with a snack, or you got to pay for a snack.
Yeah, or
Sorry.
buy it by yourself.
Buy your own snack with your Pass Perks membership discount, pass discount, whatever. Anyway,
Real talk. Here's your question of the day. Are you ready?
I am ready because we still need questions from people. I guess Gina's going to ask me a question. Go for it.
Busch Gardens. What's your favorite meal?
Which Busch Gardens?
Both.
It's definitely going to be at Williamsburg because the Busch Gardens Tampa food isn't very good. I don't think.
I think we've only really ate at that one.
No, we've ate at a couple of restaurants at Tampa. The Safari one was a little bit better. I don't know how Busch Gardens Tampa's food is not as good as
It
Williamsburg's
matches
food. I don't want to bash Tampa. They have good rides
our
when they're running.
if they're ready. What's your
If
favorite ride there?
at Tampa,
Yeah.
Iron Gwazi for sure. My 300th coaster. Good job. Yeah, I know. So, what was my question?
Food.
At a Busch Gardens park, I'm gonna say it's Busch Gardens Williamsburg for sure.
German.
It depends my mood. I'm gonna say it's normally the German, the Fest House German food.
Normally, we have to get that every single time we
I
go.
really do like the
There's no.
barbecue too there
It's not
in New
bad.
Canada. I really do like that meal too. But
What's mine?
uh,
Question of the day.
yours is the pretzel dog, I
I
believe.
love the pretzel dog with
So,
cheese.
basically anything in the Festival Germany area.
I did like Marco Polos. I do still like Marco Polos, but I miss their eggplant.
I think Marco Polo's has suffered a bit. recently with some of the COVID changes, to be honest. They've limited their menu. I think Trapper's Smokehouse and the Fest House give you the most food for sure. For sure.
For sure.
Um, yeah, and
We got a Black Forest cake that's, like, this tall,
we
and then our
do.
friend Liz got these
I
little
was gonna
little
say
bite
we
cakes.
have this running joke with Liz about it, where
I don't know if we can find that picture or
I
not.
don't know. It was a giant piece, yeah, like you said, a giant piece of cake and 3 little small little things. Anyway, good question.
You can get the kids meal on that tiny plan.
It's very unique what you can get on there. Anyway, please make sure to like, follow, and share. That
Friends, enemies, cats, dogs.
cats, just play it for your cats. That's fine. Play it for your dogs. Just let it run. I don't,
Play for your children, we might put them to sleep.
that's a possibility. And, you know, this is a spoiler episode, so if they listen to it, they're probably, well, I don't know if you want them to listen to it. They might talk about
They
it.
would tell you.
You would find out very quickly. Anyway, thank you for joining us,
See you next episode.
adventurers.
Bye.
Bye.